I'm Matashna, and today we have a very special guest with us here, Mrs. Arifa Muzaffar. Born and raised in Pakistan, she came to Canada in 1995. After starting her career as a broadcaster at a Punjabi radio channel, she and her husband launched a multimedia channel called Sazo Awaz in 1998. She has worked tirelessly and with great devotion towards her initiative, which has resulted to many dedicated supporters and listeners. She is currently the CEO of Sazo Awaz and is a strong campaigner of communities to portray unity, discipline, and commitment. She provides a very safe, unbiased, and comfortable platform for thousands of South Asians to be able to voice their concerns and their experiences. So we're very happy to invite the very talented Mrs. Arifa Muzaffar here today with us. How are you doing today?
Thank you very kindly for this introduction. I thank you very much. First thing I would like to say, yes, it's me and my husband. I started it. My husband is always there. It's a misconception that probably the Muslim men are not supportive. My husband was an IT specialist.
Okay.
He supported me in every way, shape and manner.
That's really good to hear.
Wherever I am, it's only because of him. But he was not a radio personnel. He was not a mic personnel.
Okay.
So he was always behind the computers. But
Just helping
yes,
you out.
it is the strength given by my husband and the support given by the community.
That's really good to hear. So can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Just I came in 1995. You told
Yeah.
very well. Professionally, I was an educationist here there in Pakistan. My husband was with a Canadian company working as a system analyst, and it was he who was the main applicant, so we came here. We came here in 1995, and of course the first 3 years were difficult, and now I think whatever I learned, I am conveying it to the others as well. If you transplant a small plant, it's easy for that plant to take the grasp or to survive.
Right.
But if you transplant a mature tree, it takes a bit longer to adjust.
Right.
So when we came, yes, first 3 years were a bit difficult, but not that difficult. We worked hard, we paid the price, and we tried to prove ourselves. Then community and the people, they were with me and they are with me today, and this is where I am today.
That's really great to hear. That's good. So you've been in Canada for 20 plus years now.
20 plus.
20 plus years, almost 25 years. So can you share some of your experiences in Canada?
To be honest, this is how you look at it. Look at the life, half glass full of water or half glass empty. Probably on the camera you might be thinking I'm just saying it, but I am a very blessed person. I had the best parents, I had the best teachers, I had the best friends, I had the best husband, and when I came to Canada, I had the best of the best associates. And once I run this channel, I had the best listeners. Of course, once people count on you have more responsibility as well.
Of course.
I proved myself, but yes, there were difficulties, but together with the people, we solved our problems and we moved forward.
Okay, so those are the positive things about you moving here?
Mostly positive.
Mostly positive things. So what are some of the challenges that you may have faced?
Let me tell you one thing. Of course, challenges, some of the challenges, they make us even stronger.
Of course.
There were times when I was on my knees and I gathered myself again. I asked for the help. And I always ask people, whenever we need, you must ask for the help.
I agree.
And I'm a vocal person. And yes, there were times when I needed help and I said it loudly, I got the help. It was my persistence, it was my perseverance, and it was support of my husband and support of the community
Right.
that I could handle those challenges.
Those challenges.
One of the challenge was once we come to Canada, of course, both of the husband and wife, if they go for the education, there are other difficulties. As I said before, my husband was very supportive. So I was the person who went to work, and my husband was the person who went to for the studies.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was one of the challenge. We handled it within our family. There is another challenge that sometimes, if in the families, I think, especially these days, this is one of the reasons of the divorce rate as well. If the woman is known very well, that sometimes husband, he becomes, he feels jealous. But in my case, it could have been a challenge, but it was not, because my husband was very supportive.
Yeah.
So once the community came to help me, and I was acknowledged and admired by the community, my husband took the pride for that. So that challenge also became a positive.
Right. That's great.
So there was another challenge which always people say that जब आप नए Canada में आते हैं तो you need to have your Canadian reference. So I remember those days I used to cry for this as well. I just came to Canada, how can I have a Canadian reference? But today I feel this is good for the applicants and this is good for the employers as well. Yes, it was also a challenge, but again, I had been to this situation, and I say to everybody, these challenges are there to make us even stronger.
I completely agree with that. I agree with that so much. So where do you get all of this motivation to be able to move forward and overcome these challenges that you face?
I'll go back to square one. It's our family, which is our first motivation.
Definitely.
Can be your parents. If you're married, it can be your husband, and that's what it is. And our friends, our associates. I remember once we came to Canada, sometimes people say, oh, you were very settled in Pakistan, why did you come to Canada? My husband used to say, you know what, don't listen to these things. Everybody, to gain something, you got to lose something.
You have to lose something, exactly.
Okay, so Canada is a land of opportunity. Just stay positive, stay with the positive people, and I think that's all worked in my life.
Yeah, keeping yourself surrounded with positive people.
Surrounded by the positive
Yeah.
people. Motivation by the positive people. Motivation by the family. Motivation by the husband. Share everything with your family. And I think so these are the things which played very important and vital role.
Okay. So, in the last 20 plus years, you've achieved various goals and various milestones. So, what is, I guess, your favorite success story, and what was your learning experience in that?
There were difficult times, there were good times, but at the end of the day, I think community is great. I was not very special. I was just workaholic. I worked hard. I got a support from my family, which I said repeatedly during this thing. But I think these are the people around us who make the difference.
Definitely.
I worked hard and people
reciprocated.
Yes.
The support, I understand. So, what is your next target or goal that you would like to achieve?
At the moment, I think so one of my biggest concern is, and I don't know should I say or not, say this. Magar, these drug awareness, because where the youth is going, which direction the youth is going, and mental illness and drug. These are two things which hurt me, because we definitely count on people like yourself. You're my future. Okay, and I'm very happy to see all of you young people doing something constructive. This is very unfortunate that sometimes parents, they are involved in their work, and the kids, we don't know what our kids are doing, and then these drugs and these drugs are available very easily in the market.
Yeah.
Along with the drugs, then comes the mental illness. And then if the mental illness comes, then comes our future. Like this, today's boy is tomorrow's father, and today's girl is tomorrow's mother. And these are the things which bother me a lot, and definitely
it's very common nowadays too, especially with our generation. Like, it's very, very common.
Exactly. So with some of the organization will develop more awareness towards these things.
Okay.
So
right.
I love 7:70 a.m. because many times I got a chance to inform people what they were not informed
about these things.
So we'll use this platform to educate for mental illness and drug awareness. One thing.
Okay. That's really, really good
to hear. So that's what
because this is a really big problem right now.
It is.
With our generation specifically too.
Right.
See it all the time. So, do you have any advice for newcomers to Canada or recently arrived immigrants?
Yes, this is what it is. This is what I would say. When I came to Canada, there were pluses, there were minus people. I mean, there were people with the positive thoughts, there were people with the negative thoughts. I would say always surround yourself by the positive people. There are problems everywhere. Day is associated with the night. White is associated with the black. Okay, but rather than listening to the negatives, listen to the positives.
Definitely.
Even if somebody talks negative about this Canada or someplace, rather than getting in an argument, leave the place. Find something positive for yourself. And I think if we will bring the positivity within ourselves, that will bring a big change in the community.
That's really good advice.
So every newcomer who comes in, everybody who's living today here, has paid house, good job, they had exactly same problems what you are having in the first 3 years. And it's only first 3 years which are difficult. Stay focused with persistence, dedication, and try to achieve what you want. Do something. You will definitely achieve it, because I'm a strong believer what the mind of man can conceive and believe, mind of man can achieve. Just conceive positive things. I guarantee you will achieve it.
That was a great way to end this interview. Amazing way to end this interview. Thank you so much for being with us here today. We're really happy to have you here. You shared your very inspiring story with us, and we'd really like to thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you very kindly.